One, two, three, four.
A series of memorials and signals telling us this or that, telling us this or this. Think of that. The objects outside the head control the mind. To arrange them is to control people's thinking. I don't know you, watch this TV show for however long. Armstrong. No one coming along with a video call or a survey or a pig pic or a loud bang or a smell that comes up. You see, I'm afraid about my privacy. Can't get me anything bigger than a sample size. Wind up winch legs. It's April. Next stop, Panini Island. Perhaps someday, even this. Such a short distance. You know, let me grow and you will see the fruit. Let me grow and you will see the fruit. Thank you to me for coming. People move away from me. I constantly think there are spiders on me and around me. I enjoyed your gig, even though I thought there were spiders all over me. Thank yous every time. Everyone can be very sexually attractive. Ideally want to make friends. I yearn for a friend who I can tell my secrets to. Why does the past hurt me so? The world is laughing at me. I am such a disaster.
Every day I'm a shell.
A shell falling down and dead, curled like a heavy, downy baby goose.
Nice.
Should we crack into the next one?
Yeah, this one's called Joy.
One, two, three.
It's a horror land. Destruction. Don't give up.
a different sort of cleaning coming up next. Our first live session guests of 2026 waiting for us at the Maida Vale Studios in North London. Good evening, Dry Cleaning.
Hello.
Hello, you right?
Yeah, good. How was... thank you so much for coming in. Obviously, because you had a busy weekend. You were at... we were just talking about the Rockaway Beach Festival, but you were there on Saturday. And, of course, I mean, this was an unlucky clash, but I was interviewing Leas from Fat White Family at the time you were playing, so it didn't. I was in the same. I was in the same neck of the woods, yet still managed to miss you. How did it go? Was it all right?
It was fun.
Yeah,
it was great.
Good laugh.
And would it be the first time that you've played some of the new songs live, or had you been working them into the set previously?
They've never been that good before.
Right.
We have been working them in, but it's the first time we played a lot of them in the UK, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did 6 new songs, yeah.
Six new songs, which I was going to say, in a festival set, 6 new songs. No one's done that since
5 gold rings.
No one's done that since Oasis at Glastonbury back in the 90s. So, I mean, we'll talk a bit about the new song. I don't know what it's like. Is there obviously, if you have played them somewhere before in some form, but I mean, it must be quite strange. It's almost like showing your exam paper to the examiner in public, isn't it?
It is a bit nerve-wracking doing new songs, isn't it? I mean, but it's fun as well. It's kind of, turns your brain on.
Keeps you on your toes, right?
Yeah.
New album's out on Friday. We'll talk about it in a bit. But first, would you like to play us a song to start us off? What are you going to do?
We're going to play Hit My Head All Day.
Okay.
It's the first song on the new album.
And it's an epic. And for the first time live on Six Music, here they are to play it. Dry Cleaning.
All right. You're tuned up.
Yeah.
Is Dry Cleaning our special guest in session this week, our first session of the year, Hit My Head All Day, which is the track, as you heard, which opens the new album, Secret Love. Can you talk us through a little bit about how this new album evolved? I'm always interested to know whether bands just get together and start writing, or whether you have a conversation first about what it is that you want the record to be, or where you think the band should go next. Do you talk about it first, or do you just get in a room and see what happens?
We just tend to get in a room. I think there isn't a hell of a lot of talking.
There's not much planning, right?
And we don't plan much.
No.
We did discuss. We wanted to maybe we discussed doing some demoing, and we thought it would be nice to work with a few different people. Mm-hmm. So we tried a few things, and that was nice.
So you started off. You rehearsed down in South London somewhere, do you? I think, is it Peckham?
Yeah, it's Peckham.
Down in Peckham. So you get in a room, and I mean, what you see, having never been in a band, what's the ratio of things that work and don't work when you get together? Because are there days where you could just stand in a room coming up with ideas and walk out going, well, none of that worked?
That's basically it.
They're the days that surprise you, So the days where you leave, you'd be like, there's a good few songs there, you got nothing. And the days where you're like, that was all rubbish. About a week later, you realise it's 3 of the album songs.
And also sometimes you do an idea and it doesn't work at the time, and 5 years later. There's a song on the album called Blood. We had that just before we started doing the second album. So you never know, things work themselves out eventually.
Have you found that it's worth living with the ideas, then living with some of the songs or even bits of songs for a bit?
Definitely,
yeah.
Yeah, like listening back as well. We tend to record pretty much everything we do just in a really basic way so that we can listen to it when we're like doing the washing up or something. And oftentimes like that's when you realise that like you really like an idea, like when you listen to it back rather than when you're actually writing it. That's really handy.
I mean, that should be now the new gold standard for all A&R in Britain. Does it sound good when you're doing the washing up? That's what does that mean, and particularly with this record, do you impose a deadline on yourselves, or this time particularly, do you think it will take as long as it takes?
We tried to, didn't we? We sort of we kind of booked little bits of studio time to demo with different people. We went to Dublin and we recorded a bit with Daniel and Alan from Gilliban, for example. We sort of booked that in without knowing what we were going to do there, really. But that sort of makes you get on with it.
Yeah. And you mentioned working with other people, because you worked with John Parrish on previous albums, but you recorded this record with Kate Le Bon.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does working with someone new, does that bring a new perspective to your sound? Does it bring something new to the band or to you as people, or bring something different out of you, which I guess is the producer's job?
Definitely, yeah. I mean, when we first started talking to Kate, it was quite apparent very quickly that we're all on the same page, really. So she's kind of we're kind of similar ages and stuff like that, and it felt like she could be in the band at times. So it just felt more like we spent a bit more time before we recorded getting on the same page musically as well, so listening to records and sort of building up a bit of a language, so that when she spoke to us, it was kind of things, she'd say things like, let's make it more Germany and stuff like that. And because you'd been listening to things like Grout Zone and sort of like the Berlin period for Lou Reed and stuff like that, you knew what she was talking about. So it's kind of like we do that when it's just the four of us. We have a language that just suits us. That's like a shorthand for things. So
it's like I don't want to make this too pretentious, but it's like a palette. Then you work out the colours.
Absolutely.
In this case, the sounds, and then
absolutely.
Take from that.
There's a song called Cruise Ship Design. Our song Cruise Ship Design, and she said, "Let's go to Belgium."
Yeah. We had a chart that went from nothing to Belgium, and that's all we had to do.
How do we get to Belgium? Yeah.
If only you'd called the record that. How do we get to Belgium? Is the new record. And what about? You've touched on it there in a way, but there are so many different sounds on this record, aren't there? I don't know where the songs start, and you tease them take them into different directions, but Rocks is obviously different to something like even My Soul Half Pint, which is different to Hit My Head, which is very different to Let Me Grow and You'll See the Fruit. There are different moods and feelings. I Need You, which is a kind of mournful, sparse electronic thing. There are lots of different directions that you go in within the fact that you still sound like Dry Cleaning.
Yeah.
I think individually on every song we all pull in different directions, and I think on previous records we pull in different directions on different songs, but maybe the production was more the same across the tracks. But on this record we really wanted to kind of go in all those different directions, on each different song.
It's a bit of a test, I think, sometimes, just to see how far you can push it and still your identity as a band be there. It's kind of an experiment.
We have flow anchors us as well as Dry Cleaning, so we can kind of go in more directions, I think, than kind of maybe other people can.
And Flo, in terms of lyrically, I don't know what fed into this record, but are you still collecting ideas over a period of time and then coming back to them, or at times is it just, I just wrote this when I woke up this morning and this sounds good?
It's a bit of both. I tend to write very short, very small amounts at a time, but spread over a year. So I won't really write reams and reams. I tend to write 2 words or a sentence or whatever here and there, on the bus, or, not necessarily at a desk, sort of whenever they occur or whenever I see something that's inspiring. Kind of do it as I go along, as I go about my business.
You've got lots of different ways of phrasing the words in your songs, which becomes apparent in this album, I think, because there are sort of the songs which unveil themselves in as I say, almost a stream of consciousness way. But you also write like you're writing postcards at times. If you go to something like Secret Love itself. Yeah. That's New York's, I'm paraphrasing, New York's been pretty good, not seen anyone famous, love Flo.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
But I think I'm sort of really into that, like the different textures, the different ways people write or talk at different moments. So if they're writing a postcard or if they're texting someone, or the way you'd write a list to yourself.
Yes.
I really like how that changes, and putting those different kinds of writing right next to each other. I get a kick out of that, for sure.
And some of the songs come across as I have thought this through. Some of them, it's almost like the maths you do at school where you're showing your workings out.
Yeah. I tried to do that a bit more on this album, actually, leaving in things that even felt underworked at times, like things that I sort of just wrote during a session. So just getting on a microphone and writing from the top of my head, and actually keeping quite a lot of that writing on this record, because again, it's a different type of, it's a different language, it's a different tone of voice. It's kind of not thought through, and I like that too, you know.
And also, you know, there are moments where I don't know if you've ever been as sharp as tongue as, you know, in things like Evil Idiot, but trying to work out what you're I don't know what you're striking towards, what you're getting to. One of the things that comes out in this record, I think, is just the fragility of things and how precarious the balance is of people's lives or things within people's lives. Just how quite often you're sort of on a tightrope. Again, that's Secret Love, and I think Let Me Grow and You'll See the Fruit has a bit of that.
Yeah, that's a nice. I like that. I think that's kind of accurate. Yeah, I do feel like there's a lot of that in this album. A lot of sort of vulnerability, concealment, and kind of things maybe spiraling, but also, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things about complicity on the record as well. I think I'm kind of trying to figure out the themes myself. It's like, yeah, you tend to write something and then look back and try and sift through it and figure out what it's all about. Really,
it'll make more sense to you in 6 months' time.
Yeah, it definitely will.
The album is called Secret Love. It's coming out Friday, and here's 2 more songs from it. If you're ready, if everyone's ready, you're free to play these back to back. I won't interrupt. So over to you. What's the next one?
This is Let Me Grow and You'll See the Fruit.
It's Dry Cleaning, absolutely live at the Maida Vale Studios on 6 Music. Dry Cleaning, live in session for us. Songs from the album Secret Love, which is out on Friday. One very quick question before I let you go. On the day when you finished the record, what did you do? Did you do anything? I've only ever been with a band once on the final day of recording, and there was this kind of, what do we do now? So we all ended up playing football in the car park for a bit because no one wanted to go home. But it must be quite strange. It's like, and also, supplementary question, are you good at going, no, it's done?
Well, you run out of time, you know? Like, I mean, I think if we had all the time in the world, we'd probably be quite bad at saying we were done. But what we did do on the last day was we drank a lot of box wine.
Right.
Yeah. We got very good at drinking box wine.
As I say, the LP's coming. Are you doing? I imagine you're doing some in-store gigs. Are you going around playing or signing?
Yeah. Brighton on Friday, London. I want to say Leeds, Nottingham,
Bristol.
Yeah. This week and next week. Yeah.
Excellent. Yeah. Well, listen, we wish you all the very best with the record. There is a tour, a UK and Ireland tour to follow in April. Thanks very much for being our first band in session of 2026. Bless
Thank you for having us.
Good luck with the records. Dry Cleaning in session. If you walked in the middle of it, it'll be on BBC Sounds along with the rest of the show straight after we finish at 7.